Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays the Lore Master. Now let's see about these orcs. Or
How can I be of
goblins.
service?
This message poses more riddles than answers, Pinewolf, but I thank you for bringing it. It would appear that the gang of Tarkrip orcs unearthed something, then divided into two parties and headed both northwest and southeast. The party that went southeast may have been carrying something. What they found remains a mystery, and it is one which I do not have the answer. You have done well to bring me this here, and I would reward you as I may. Perhaps someday we'll learn the answer to this riddle. So therefore, the one that went southeast was carrying something, and southeast is towards Doldenin or... Yeah, southeast would probably... Well, who knows? It could have been into Doldenin or somewhere in that area. Doldenin would be my best guess. And he gives me a helm for that.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
You have returned from the fields of Fornost, victorious against its deathly bears? Tell me the tale of your struggle against them, and take these coins for your trouble.
I don't know if you can help me.
And now kill some Barghast. Yeah, I was afraid of that. And that's why I didn't have the Barghast quest before. Now let's see how this works. Well, let's see. After this, I think this might be our last quest in the area, and there should be no trouble finding Barghast. Actually, there should be no trouble killing them right now, since I'm a few levels above them. But it does seem that it does seem to be a bit more balanced here before, because before I think they were... Before I took the hiatus with the Lore Master, I think I couldn't get that second attack in. Even when they're above my level. And these are 5 levels below me, and I got half a chance of getting the second attack in. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Now, if you remember yesterday, I was having a little trouble with the graphics when I went in quickly. I decided that because of that, I switched over to running in my thumb drive, at least until I get a new SSD that's larger than the current one I have. Since I can't fit LOTRO on my old SSD. When I got my computer, for some reason they put my operating system on the same SSD. And that's taking up lots of space. Suggestion, if you get a 100 gigabyte SSD, don't put your operating system on it. At least my computer boots up very quickly, which I must admit is a good perk of having it there, so that's not all bad. Though, of course, I'll just make sure my next SSD is larger. Now, what I also did, though, is I put my game onto the thumb drive, and based on the specs, I've got a pretty good hard disk, at least for when it was built. So based on the specs, it's actually, if I were reading in sequential data, it should be able to read in stuff about the same rate as the thumb drive does. So of course, neither of those two is anywhere near as fast as an SSD, of course. So I don't think I'm gaining much, though reading in textures that are randomly placed on the disk that will probably have some improvement on that particular type of reading. So I should get a little bit extra performance there. Thanks great sequential data, the disk drive might be a little bit better. But most of all, and the reason why I'm going with this, is that I am writing to the disk drive through Fraps when I'm recording this. And if I'm writing and reading from the same disk drive, you can see where the troubles were coming from, which is why I had no trouble when I'm not recording.
Can't you leave me
Thank
to
you.
my misery?
So I guess it's time to the elf camp then. Ooh, completed advanced. And one more opened up. Charity. It looks like it's just bumping an existing one. It's nice that it's bumping up my existing trait, so I don't have to worry about choosing one. But my guess is that now that I'm on the thumb drive, I won't have to worry about the trouble, because now I'm doing all my reading from my thumb drive, and I'm writing to the disk drive, and there should be no longer any conflict. And I think that'll be the main benefit of using the thumb drive for my data here. That, as I said, if I have fragmented data, and textures are probably going to be fragmented even with a good lineup of an installation, then I think the performance should be fine, and I won't have to worry about losing my graphics when I enter a place. Alright, see? Because last time I came through here, it was really a pain. So we'll monitor that, and I think everything will be fine. Actually, I really don't need any more silver, I think. Let me just double check this. Yeah, I could skip the silver. Anyway, it's barrel iron in any case. Now, gold, though, would be another matter. Now, the next place they sent me to, I believe, is an elf camp. And that is... I know, I keep on trying to read and write at the same time. This is a level 26 area, so that is... Right. Talk to Lachin and Algier at Midland. Now, we also have other people around here, and I don't think there's a feeder to these people. Now, I think it's the other farm. There is another farmhouse around here, isn't there? Yeah, on the other side of this side of the river we get gold. And rich iron. And lots of aurochs. Ah, that leads me actually to the house I'm going to. Good thing I came here. At least I think they're... Oh, no, they're not in that house. They're in that house. Ah, there are the rings, yes. It's a joyous sight of quest rings. Hello.
Will you let me speak my piece?
Hello there. Maybe you can help me out. We're in a bit of a bind here. This is the last farm of the North Downs. All the other landowners have been run off their places by the orcs. I don't mind saying that the orcs who've moved into the area are more than I can handle on my own. I've made ties with a few of the rangers and have been helping provision them for a good many years. It's about time they did me a good turn for it. Now, I don't know where he goes with it, but I take their goods to a ranger to the camps to near the old... Alright, so I need to talk to a ranger? Not the one we were talking to before, but a different one.
Would you do something for me?
And we need to find a Aurochs yearling. Yes. Apparently to give them some fresh blood in their stock. And I guess the adults are a little bit too difficult to tame. This is going to be one of those wonderful escort quests. Alright. Yes, I was being sarcastic. How did you know? Alright, let's see. And we'll run to a few spiders here. Forgot how far we had to go in order to find this guy. Yeah, alright, there we go. And there's also... hiding behind a bountiful iron deposit behind an aurochs. That shows you how big they can be. Alright, here's the yearling. Oh wait, before we do that, not gonna worry about that. You! Hey you! Yes, 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 you! Alright. Very well, let's escort him. Right. Unfortunately, there are worse things you can escort, like Sarah Oakhart, Lalia. Well, we do run into occasional orcs here. Oops. Alright. Oh, that's alright. I had a lurker take care of the other one. Useful things those lurkers are on occasion. Okay, Guardian, I guess it's called. Alright, now let's see. We just have to follow the strange passage that it chooses to take, which is never one that's never the path that you would probably have chosen. Ah, but we do get there. Now, why he would just leave his parents and come with us here, I haven't the slightest idea. And you'd think that, you see, okay. Really? They look like completely different breeds to me.
How can I be of service?
Yearlings spook easily. It's best to keep him somewhere quiet. Don't you worry, though. He'll be running about soon enough. Alright. Okay, so now we just go and turn this in. See if we could speak to that ranger, probably. And see what's over there. Hello there.
Greetings.
That's a fine job. A right fine job, I say. Thank you. And let's see. No, you're not playing the Runekeeper today? Oh, too bad. I had this wonderful runestone for you. Oh, well. Very well. Now let's go and talk to the ranger. And he will be this way. No, it's rich iron. Oh, gold! Gold, 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 gold. Alright, now we will have to come up this way. And here we have the birds to worry about. Oh, new deed. Oh, fun. Alright, let's take care of this bear first. You see now, we've got level 29 bear. So we're against a little tougher opposition now. Okay, what is that?
Greetings to you.
Gatson? He has not fled south as he was told. Aye, he has aided us with provisions on many an occasion, but he has always been paid in either coin or goods. When we learned that a great host of orcs was amassing in the north preparing to march on Eriador, we sent messages to all the farmers of the North Downs warning them to flee south. My kindred have not the numbers to defend these farmers from the orc army. Gaz's farm stands in the path of Agmar's army. Return to him if you will, and exhort him and his hands to leave at once. The farm is not defensible. Now, do you think he'll listen? Of course. He'll say, right, sir, we will leave right away. You don't believe me either. Alright. Then let's away and see if he says that, or if he refuses to leave. And of course, since you know that this is one of the early quests back in the days when we didn't have phasing, so therefore people tended to stay put. It's unlikely that he's going to move. Now, it's an interesting thing if they change this in the plot, since when they revamp the North Downs, they will have phasing available to them, and that they may take advantage of that in creating the plot for the North Downs. I hadn't thought of that before, so that could be an interesting thing.
Why are you bothering me?
Orthon won't help, but he can't leave. We can't leave. Those orcs will come through and burn everything. My family has had this farm since time out of mind, and I'll not be the one to let it all go to ruin. The farmhands that haven't fled, Gilmar and those other folks will stick with me to the end till I stay. What can I do?
I'll not be ignored.
Find a lore master who's crazy enough to help you, I guess. I can't say I blame the rangers, considering that's going on around here these days, and how there's not many of them. But still, there's been orcs around here lately, and, oh, just go kill them. Yep. Orcs, 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 orcs. We'll find a few of these things. In fact, here's one now. Alright, now. They also come at 3 at once. And actually, we'll take care of this captain by himself. Got him just in time. Alright. Should help. Well, at least I can use this when I'm disarmed, which is nice. It's not true with every class. I know with my warden it's a real pain because first aid requires a weapon. Actually, it looks like the rearming thing is just about the only thing that a lore master can do when disarmed. Which is probably fortunate, since that's their best way of no longer being disarmed. Alright, here you go. Oh, it died before I could Put up the flank. Well, it's not exactly like I needed the heal. Alright. Alright, here we go. Now that gives us 11. No, 10. This will be 11. That's 11. So we need... Oh, here's the last orc. We could turn this in. And see if that makes him happy. So therefore, that's it for today's episode of Pineleaf Plays the Lore Master, where we first took care of some Barghast, then we took care of some orcs, escorted a yearling, and next time we will see what else this guy wants for the next episode of Pineleaf Plays the Lore Master.